know what's going on here. And what's going on? We getting bigger and bigger, better and better, and we shitting turds. I mean, bricks on any and everybody, everything that said we aren't who we are. Lions, this is not a PSA to you. This is a PSA to all the haters outside of the Lions den, you know. Um, so take what I say for a grain of salt. Um, if I say you, I'm not talking about my Lions. I'm talking about the person that I'm talking about. I do want to have a little bit of grace and privacy and respect myself as well as a little bit of the others. But today was my birthday. I'm saying today was my birthday because it feels like, what's up, Blakis? It feels like past tense. Um, because the day is almost over with. So my birthday definitely is almost over with in an hour and 10 minutes. I'm not gonna lie, this birthday wasn't bad, but it wasn't good. It was neutral. Um, so yeah, I won't say it was the worst birthday I've ever had, but when you're just in a blah area of life, it's this. Thanks, Blakis. That's just where I'm at with it. That's just where I'm at with it. So what I really want to talk about, Blake, is before everybody else gets on the live, is just how certain people that I've been around, that I was cool with up until recently, up until 2 days ago. Um, for some reason, when people get around me, they forget. Like, I know I make people feel very seen. I know I make people feel very special. I make people feel very good. But sometimes people forget that that's me making them feel like that. I wouldn't even say that's me because the light that's within me, it was given to me by the Most High Divine. So this is a God given, a spirit given thing for real. you know. And July was one of the most hardest months of my life. I went from a homeless shelter to just different little things that I went through last month. And one of the biggest situations that I went through was when I went and visited Atlanta. And I visited an old friend in Atlanta who essentially was just trying to set me up, trying to just set me up. And people have wanted my light but not acknowledge me. I make people feel a certain je ne sais quoi about themselves. What's up, Aiden? Um, I make people feel good about themselves, and especially if they're in my private life or if they're in my personal life. It's alive. If you're new to the Lions Den, welcome, welcome, welcome. If you're not new, have a seat, sit down, and just listen to me talk about what I'm talking about. So, what's up, Linda? So, yeah, so I went to Atlanta, whatever, and I went to an old friend's house, and I was just vibing, chilling, or whatever. But essentially, like stuff does not. I have that so Raven moments. Like stuff will happen, and then I'll realize like it could be like a day later or a week later they were trying to set me up or this that and like stuff like that. So like I just started realizing like as I was down there like like the friend was just weird, just weird. So like I'm ready to go at this point. And y'all, that motherfucker kicked me out, put my clothes in a trash bag, sat it on the side of the road, treated me like a dog, like an animal. I'm just gonna be honest with you. And what comes up within me in moments, like I said, just hear me out. That was last month. I also was in a homeless shelter last month. So like when moments like that happen, I ask God or spirit, where is my riches? Why me? On top of everything else that I've had to go through since I was 19 years old up until right now, why the fuck me? And it's like I'm still holding myself together, you know what I mean? In regards to my career. Like my career is not a problem for me. It's my personal life. It's like my personal life where things get a little rough. So what I'm realizing is that like the karma for the people who have played against me or like done stuff to me, I know it's gonna hit them. I think my job is to like take myself out of it and not really worry about when it's gonna happen or how their life is going, because just the way people like the way it's made me feel, it's like damn, they really, some people just really didn't want me to succeed. Or it's like they really just people hate on me because of the light I have. That's my biggest problem with my haters. They're not. It's like you. They're not hating on the money. They're not hating on a house, a car. They're hating on me, my personality, my authenticity, and that's a problem for me. When I've worked so hard to be how I am, you know. What's up, private use? When I've worked so hard to just like be myself, you know. This je ne sais quoi that I have. This is not anything manufactured. This is real life. I'm the real deal. I'm the real deal. So it makes sense when people want to come up against me, but at the same time, as good of a person that I am, as sweet as I am, it's like, damn, don't play with me like that. Because I'm a very sweet person. I'm very nice. I'm very kind. Like, don't get me wrong. Don't play with me now. Don't play. But I'm very like kind for real, for real, for real. Let me go ahead and block you. Cause let me just do you like that. Yeah, so like I said, they put my stuff on the side of the road in a trash bag, you know, and this is something I did that I really didn't want to speak about. But it seems like a lot of people have wanted to try to tear down my reputation. But while trying to tear down my reputation, they've tore down their own. You know, they've messed up their own. You know, it's like coming against me. Let me read these comments. No, I actually didn't put California. I'm in Atlanta. Thank you so much, Blakis. Thank you so much, Blakis. And that's why I love you, Blakis. But yeah, so like, put myself on the side of the road or whatever. I had to, like, catch it. This is, matter of fact, this is the night where this is the night where I was in my, like, I was on the subway train and I was making a lot of videos. I posted the Atlanta clip. That was that same night. It's so much stuff that I went through last month that I did not speak about. I'm being for real, y'all. From living in a homeless shelter to potentially having to sleep outside or having to just deal with, like, how do I put it, like, be around certain people I didn't want to be around, but for the sake of me having to have somewhere to stay, you know, I had to do what I had to do. And that's one of the hardest things that a person can do, you know what I mean? And one thing I can say about me is that if I ever, well, not if I ever, it's inevitable for me to be rich. But if I ever do want to help somebody out, it's gonna be from the kindness of my heart. If I let somebody stay with me, it's because I want you to succeed, you know? And you don't have to want to date me. You don't have to want to be with me. It's because I just want you to be great, you know? And I've met a lot of people. I don't know if it's because I'm young. I've met a lot of older people. Let me say this, like older gay people, because, I'm a part of the community. So even though I'm bisexual, I met a lot of older, and that's another conversation for another day, but people have just tried to take me up under their wing. And it's like, I don't need anybody to take me up under I'm the wing. I take people up under my wing. You know what I mean? Even though I'm 25 years old, even though I'm still young, I am a boss. You know what I mean? And people have tried to, like, get into my life and switch positions with me, like destiny swap a little bit. Like, I see his light. Let me try to take it. Let me try to use it for myself, but put him down so he won't fit. And it's like, ugh, what the fuck? Like, it's shocking to me because, like, I have never been one of those people who, and I guess I got to get out of the mindset that just because I'm not one of those people, that the people in the world aren't like that. You know what I mean? That's one of the biggest things, the biggest things for real, for real. It disgusts me though. It disgusts me because I'm the wrong one to come up against. And on top of that, I'm so freaking nice. Like, I think about to the person who I just had to cut off. I just went on a blocking spree. And I'm for real. Sometimes you have to really cut people off because small things I pay attention to. And I just think about how, like, even with that person, like, I was so giving. If I wanted to order a pizza, I would order a pizza, be like, hey, you want some pizza? Like, if I have something in my house that I don't want, hey, you can have this. I don't want it. Like, I'm just so, like, focused on me and just doing what I'm doing. Let me, hit the block button. Oh, shit. I'm not even blocking you. That's why you're still able to make comments, because I'm not blocking you. I'm removing it. But let me block you. And it'll be 11 million. Just give me some time. Listen, this is not the live to come in. I'm not the person to shit on, because you're going to sit back and watch. I'm bigger than everybody that you know, bigger than every artist and every entertainer that you ever have known. Don't ever disrespect me like that again in the live. I'm going to put your private use ass in timeout, and we going to IC exit. I'm going to see your ass later. Exit the fuck off my chat, please. The hell? Nobody got time for that. We talking about serious stuff, and it wasn't a friend actually, because a friend don't kick you out. That was a snake. That was a snake ass hoe who invited me down there just to try to play in my face. Let's be real. Let's be real. Um, I'm glad we retracted all those messages because we retract bullshit over here in the Lions Den. Um, so thank you so much, Blakers. I love you so much. And please forgive my sarcasm. I know I come off very sarcastic, y'all, but like that's just how I talk. Instead of me just being like, all just, like just lovey-dovey all the time, I come off very sarcastic. But I love you, Blakey, so much. And to whoever removed their like, have a good day and have a good night, because I pay the bills over here at 102 Mason Street, literally. Okay. And in real life. So if you don't like it, it's not meant for you to like. I got people who really love me, and it's one in the chat right now. Thank you so much. So yeah, so the point of the matter is that last month was very hard for me. I'm not gonna lie. I went through a lot. But I didn't show y'all exactly what I went through. And I don't want to. I don't want to come on here when I'm having bad days and be, can you do this for me? Give me. I don't do all that. Anytime I'm having a bad day, I get on here and I make myself laugh. Sometimes I scroll through my videos and I just I just bust out laughing because like I'm hilarious, you know what I mean? Or like I make myself laugh, and me making other people laugh or seeing other people. What's up, Jacoby? Thank you, Jacoby. Oh my gosh, thank you so much, Jacoby. I love y'all so much. I was thinking about y'all today. I said, now my main OGs, where they at? Where was they at? Like, where was the happy birthdays at? But I love y'all so much. Um, I still love y'all, so that's never gonna change. But I try to come on here and be happy and uplift people, and to just just use my platform as a way to inspire myself, but also inspire other people for real. So yeah, but that is something that I did go through, and I've had to cut a lot of my close friends off. That's one reason why it's hard for me to let people into my life, because I understand, Jacoby. I understand, and I'm glad you're doing good. Um, that's one reason why it's hard for me to let people close into my life, because sometimes when I let people in my life, they turn out to be like weird. They turn out to be just not good for me, you know? And yeah, so that's just that. I just had to come on here and make that PSA be known. People were trying to tear me up, and whole time they're tearing their own life up. So that's really just that, y'all. I love y'all so much. Keep it hot, keep it spicy. It's your boy Mason Jyree. I love you, Jacoby. I love you, Blakis. I even love all the haters that was in the Lions Den today. I'm glad we kicked them out. But I love y'all. So keep it hot, keep it spicy, and au revoir.